Good evening, you're watching News Mongolia and Beyond. I'm your host, Andra Gambatar. And for top stories, Parliament will discuss a project to increase the economic participation of women in business this week. Mongolia and Australia won FIBA 3x3 Asia Cup 2023, and countries will help Mongolia to find corruption money hidden abroad. And for the news, stay tuned. The Mongolian parliament is set to discuss a new project aimed at increasing the economic participation of women in business. The project, which has been proposed by several members of parliament, aims to address the gender gap in the country's economy by promoting greater gender equality and providing support for women entrepreneurs. The proposed project includes a number of measures aimed at addressing this imbalance. These include the establishment of a fund to provide financial support for women entrepreneurs, the creation of training programs and mentorship schemes to help women develop their skills and knowledge, and the implementation of policies to promote equal pay and opportunities for women in the workplace. This year, if we talk about the development of small and medium industry, we should be talking about the participation of women. 70 to 90% of small and medium industry representatives are women.
Fewer women entrepreneurs benefited from the $10 billion loan from during the pandemic. No more than 50 million Mongolian tugreks per person. Therefore, I think it is okay if we set a quota.
The project has received widespread support from women's rights groups and business associations who see it as a much-needed step towards greater gender equality and economic growth. However, some critics have raised concerns about the cost and effectiveness of the proposed measures. The Mongolian parliament is set to discuss the project this week, with many hoping that it will be improved and implemented as soon as possible. If successful, the project could serve as a model for other countries looking to promote greater gender equality and economic participation for women. A new survey conducted by the Asian Development Bank has revealed that Mongolia's gross domestic product could increase by up to 16.1% if the government provides greater support for women entrepreneurs. The survey, which was conducted among women entrepreneurs in Mongolia, found that a lack of access to finance, business networks, and training programs were some of the main barriers preventing women from starting and growing their businesses. As a result, many women entrepreneurs struggle to compete in the male-dominated business environment, which hinders their potential for growth and success. According to recent data, there are currently 146 enterprises operating in Mongolia. Of these, 37% are led by women directors, while 63% are led by men. However, women entrepreneurs operate a significant majority of small and medium-sized enterprises, accounting for 57% of all SMEs in the country. To address the challenges, the government has been working to increase support for women entrepreneurs. These include the development of new policies and programs aimed at promoting greater gender equality in the business sector and providing support for women-led SMEs. In addition to government support, there has also been a growing recognition of the importance of promoting greater gender equality in the private sector. Many companies are now working to improve their diversity and inclusion policies and to provide greater opportunities for women in the workplace. Despite these efforts, however, there is still much work to be done to address the gender gap in Mongolia's economy. Women entrepreneurs continue to face significant hurdles to success, and more needs to be done to provide the necessary support and resources to help them overcome these challenges and thrive in the business environment. A group of countries will help Mongolia to locate funds obtained by corruption that has been hidden abroad. The move comes as a part of a broader effort to combat corruption and promote greater transparency and accountability in the country. According to recent reports, corrupt officials in Mongolia have been using offshore accounts and shell companies to hide the proceeds of all their illicit activities. This has made it difficult for authorities to track down and recover the stolen funds, which are estimated to be worth millions of dollars. The move has been welcomed by anti-corruption advocates and civil society groups in Mongolia, who have long called for greater international cooperation in the fight against corruption. They say that the recovery of stolen funds is essential to promote economic development and improving the lives of ordinary Mongolians. The effort to recover hidden corruption obtained money is part of a broader campaign to promote greater transparency and accountability in Mongolia. The government has implemented a range of reforms aimed at strengthening anti-corruption measures and improved governance, and has called on the international community to support these efforts. The effort to recover hidden corruption money is just one of the 5 operations declared by the Mongolian government to fight against corruption. These operations are part of a broader campaign to promote greater transparency and accountability in the country and to combat the negative impacts of corruption on Mongolian society. Also, the Minister of Justice and Internal Affairs, Nimbatar, participated in the Second Summit for Democracy in the Indo-Pacific region last week. The summit, which was held in South Korea, brought together leaders, experts, and civil society organizations from around the world to discuss issues related to democracy, human rights, and the rule of law.
In the framework of this work,
Mongolia is firmly committed to promoting democratic values and good governance, and we are working tirelessly to combat corruption at all levels of society. We believe that these efforts are essential to building a more prosperous and equitable future for our people and for the wider Indo-Pacific region. During the summit, civil society organizations called on the Indo-Pacific government to take greater action against corruption, which they say is a major threat to democracy and human rights in the region. Corruption undermines the rule of law, distorts economic development, and erodes public trust in government institutions, they say. The Mongolian national 3x3 men's basketball team has emerged victorious in the FIBA 3x3 Asian Cup held in Singapore after defeating Australia in a closely contested final. Led by their captain Dilgurnyam Dawasambo, also known as Captain Deck, the Mongolian team displayed exceptional skills and teamwork throughout the tournament. Dawasambo was named MVP of the tournament after scoring an equal high 31 points, with Daniel Johnson from Australia and Ty Wynyard from New Zealand joining him in the team of the tournament with 30 points and 29 rebounds each from 5 games played. The Mongolian team started their campaign with convincing wins over Singapore and Chinese Taipei in the group stage, before overcoming Kazakhstan in the quarterfinals and New Zealand in the semi-finals. In the final, the Mongolian team faced a tough challenge against Australia, who had been in impressive form throughout the tournament. However, the Mongolian team displayed great composure and resilience to come out on top with a final score of 21-19. The victory marks a historic moment for Mongolian basketball as the team becomes the two-time champions of the FIBA 3x3 Asian Cup. The Australian team settled for silver, while New Zealand took the bronze medal. Meanwhile, in the women's tournament, Australia claimed the gold medal after a dominant performance, with Marina Whittle being named MVP after scoring a leading 43 points from 5 games. Whittle was joined in the team of the tournament by teammate Anneli Malley and New Zealand's Sharne Pupuke-Robati, who won the silver and bronze medals respectively. Overall, the FIBA 3x3 Asian Cup proved to be an exciting and fiercely contested tournament, with some of the best teams and players in the region showcasing their skills and talents on the court. Thank you for staying with us. Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. In a recent crackdown on drunk driving in Ulaanbaatar city, the police have detained a total of 512 drivers who were found to be under the influence of alcohol. The operation aimed to reduce the number of traffic accidents and fatalities caused by drunk driving. According to the Ulaanbaatar Traffic Police Department, the majority of the detained drivers were young men and aged between 18 and 35. The department also reported that the highest number of arrests were made in the early hours of the morning when many people were returning home from bars and nightclubs. Drunk driving is a major problem in Ulaanbaatar city, and it is a leading cause of traffic accidents and fatalities. We will continue to carry out operations like this in order to make our roads safer for everyone. We urge all drivers to think twice before getting behind the wheel after drinking and to always prioritize the safety of themselves and others. The crackdown on drunk driving comes after a spate of traffic accidents in Ulaanbaatar city that were caused by drivers who were under the influence of alcohol. The police have warned that drunk driving is a serious offense that puts the lives of drivers, passengers and pedestrians at risk. A recent survey has revealed that out of 1,624 dentists in Mongolia, only 16% of them work in public hospitals, while the remaining 84% work in private dental clinics. A recent survey conducted by the Ministry of Health has highlighted the significant disparity between public and private dental services in Mongolia. The survey revealed that only 16% of dentists in Mongolia work in public hospitals, while the remaining 84% work in private dental clinics. This distribution of dental services is uneven, with the majority of public hospital dentists based in the capital city of Ulaanbaatar, leaving rural areas almost underserved.
This is only one doctor in our province. There is a doctor in Niedersom. They come to the provincial general hospital because there are none in other SOMs. In addition, some citizens of Sukhbatar province come to Khinti province, so 4 doctors are serving more than 70 to 80,000 people.
Further data obtained shows that Khinti province, which has a population of 73,000 people, only has 3 dentists available to serve the entire population. Similarly, Sukhbatar province, with a population of 66,000 people, has only 4 dentists available. This translates to 1 dentist serving approximately 20 to 22 people per day, leading to long waiting lines and limited access to dental care in rural areas. Additionally, there has been an increase in the number of children between the ages of 0 to 12 seeking dental care in clinics, which suggests that children in rural areas are not receiving adequate dental care. The Mongolian average per 10,000 people to dentist ratio is above average compared to other countries, but the uneven distribution of dentists remains a significant challenge. The dental project is more than just a treatment, it is a prevention. Moreover, it is a working with the big goal of educating children on how to properly care for their mouths, providing them with health education and developing a healthy lifestyle. One of the contributing factors to this issue is the tendency of graduated students to stay in Ulaanbaatar city rather than returning to rural areas. Furthermore, according to a survey, fresh graduate dentists only last 6 months in public dental clinics, which have an average salary of 800,000 tugrik. The short tenure of these dentists in rural areas suggests that there are issues with working conditions and remuneration that need to be addressed. First, the number of graduates is small. For example, the number of students studying dentistry in Sukhbatar province is very few. Secondly, the new graduate students want to stay in Ulaanbaatar city if possible. Experts have raised concerns about the lack of dental care available in public hospitals, particularly in rural areas where people may not have access to private dental clinics. Improving access to dental care in rural areas of Mongolia will require a multifaceted approach that includes increasing the number of dentists in rural areas, improving working conditions and remuneration for dentists in public dental clinics, and raising awareness about the importance of dental clinic in rural communities. With the implementation of the National Dental Care Strategy, it is hoped that access to dental care will improve for all Mongolians, regardless of where they live. This is the weather forecast of world's major cities. Well, that's all for today, and thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more news and updates. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.